So let's talk about the SUMIF function. So SUMIFS. We talked about the basic sum. So how we sum up a range of numbers or just arithmetic from an arithmetic standpoint, just numbers in general. We talked about SUMIF, which uses a criteria. So if I have a range of numbers, I want to sum up a certain criteria. So anything less than 100, anything equal to 8 or less than a certain number. Now we're going to be adding in SUMIFS with an S. What this does is it allows us to add in multiple criteria over multiple ranges. Now, as you can see on the screen, I've set up a table with color, state, quantity, and price. And then to the right, I put what criteria we're going to be looking at. For this particular example, we kept it binary, meaning we only have 2 colors in the column. We only have 2 states in the state column. We have some multiple quantities, and then we have multiple prices. We want to keep it binary for now to keep the example simple to show you how this particular function works for this introductory class. Down the line, when more advanced courses are put together or put out, you talk about multiple different colors, multiple different states, and different quantities like that as well. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is I'm going to click on each of these criteria where the function has already been put in place. So if I click here, if I click on red, that's the criteria we're looking for. So we're looking to sum up the pricing based on the color red. So if I go to result here, you're going to notice up here, I'm going to double click this to show you the function. So when we do a SUMIFS, we do an equals, and then we do SUMIFS, and it's going to give us the syntax. And it's the sum range, the criteria range, and the criteria. And then if we're doing multiples, it'll give us multiple ways to do that. So we're just going to find the one criteria for now based upon a couple of ranges. So the first thing we want to do is when we use the SUMIFS function, the sum range, that first part, that's the range that we want to add up or what we're looking to add. So we're looking to add the pricing. So that's the first range we're looking at. Now we need the criteria range. So where are we looking for in terms of the criteria to add up those things? So I'm looking to add up pricing, but I want to look for my criteria range within the color group. So that's the second range we put in. Okay. And then we want to look for that criteria within the criteria range, which is red. So what this is going to do is going to look to see where I want to add, where I want to look for my criteria, and what I want to look for within my criteria, which would be red. Once I have that, you put red, again, it's words, it's text in the quotations, close the parentheses, and hit equal. And what that's going to do is that's going to add up the red prices together. So 29, 46, 63.9, and 79.9. It's going to be 218.6. That's going to add all those up based on my criteria. I could also do the same thing for blue. So if I click here, I did the same thing. So my sum range is the price. That's what I want to add. Where am I looking for my criteria in the colors? And I'm looking for blue within that criteria. Type in blue, quotations, parentheses, hit equals, and it's going to add up all the blues. So 25 plus 45 plus 56 plus 71.8. That's going to give me 197.8. Okay, so this is, again, it's just another way. If you have a large data sets with a lot of columns and a lot of different things, now what I can do is I don't have to go searching for all the blues. I can put in a criteria based on my SUMIFS, and it's going to pull out those blues and add them all up for me, so I don't have to do extra work. Now, to get a little more complicated, a little more complex, now we're going to add in a color and a state. So what we're going to do now is this changes a little bit. So we're going to have SUMIFS. We want to have we're still adding up the pricing, so that doesn't change for our sum range. Our first criteria we're looking for is blue, so the color. So we're looking for color. So it's going to pull out all the blues. And then we need a second criteria range, which is where we're looking in the state. So our second criteria range is C4 through C11. And within that second criteria range, we're looking for California. So CA. So sum range, prices, that's what we're adding up. First criteria is color, and we're looking for blue. Second criteria is state, and we're looking for California. So it's going to sort through all that for us and add those up for us. So it's 81. So blue in California. So the first one is blue California, which is 25. Then we have blue California, which is 56. 25 plus 56 is 81. Those are the two we're looking for, 81. So I didn't have to go searching for those. I typed in those criterias. It pulled out those criterias and added those up for me. So again, another tool for you to use to search through and sift through large data sets to make it easier to sum different things up and give you the right information that you need. So you've learned the sum, basic adding. You have the sum if based on a criteria. Now you have the sum ifs where you can use criterias to look across different columns in different areas to pull out that information. Again, we hope the sum if, and sum ifs functions serve you well when looking through data sets. Try downloading data sets. You can go through Kaggle or Kaggle, and you can find data sets. You can type in your own data sets if you use them for work or for your business, and try out some of these functions for more practice. We appreciate you tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you in the next lecture. Take care.